Hello everyone and welcome back to Toon Revival. And what a revival it has been so far. I'm going to take you through a few results since you were last with us. And we have been on a rich vein of form despite in all of our matches going a goal behind. So in the first match against, I believe it was Crystal Palace, yes, because our last game was against Manchester City. In our game against Crystal Palace, we went 1-0 down thanks to a Wilfried Zaha goal. A bit of a defensive mix-up. To be honest, a lot of the goals that we have conceded have been because of defensive frailty. It's definitely something that I'm going to have to look at in the future. And yes, I am kicking myself for only having one centre-back on the bench. But despite that, a couple of goals, both from Maximin again, got us out of the shit. And then in the next match against Wolves, again, we went 1-0 down. This time, I believe it was a Ruben Neves goal. He made a surging run from the centre of midfield, split our centre-backs, and when the ball was played into him, nice simple through ball from out wide on the left, he just right-footed it into the top corner. Dubravka, no chance whatsoever. Both of our centre-backs completely stranded. But the fight back was quite something, and it did include Nkunku's first Newcastle goal. The ball played out to the left, played in, low hard cross from the left by Maximin, and Nkunku was the man to get his foot on the ball. After that, it was pretty straightforward. We didn't have to work too hard for the next couple of goals. Mandzukic with his 10th, I believe, of the season, followed by a goal for... Oh, God, who was it? Oh, that's right. Alan Maximin, again, got on the score sheet. A nice simple ball played in from the right-hand side. I believe it was Henriks. He just played a nice, low, hard pass into the box. Alan took one touch and then rolled it into the right-hand corner of the net. I'm probably going to have to start making highlight reels of our games that you've missed. Maybe I'll just record the highlights as they're displayed at the end of the game. But that notwithstanding, it's been a good couple of games, and you come back to join us for Newcastle versus Tottenham at St James's Park. I nearly forgot the name of the stadium there. Apologies. The Sports Direct Stadium. No, I'm only kidding. Who would call it that, honestly? So, who are we playing in this game? Let's have a look and see what the form is saying and what... I mean, there's a lot of tired legs out there. There really are. One thing I have been doing in the last few games is I've actually been playing Mandzukic ahead of Joelinton, and so far it seems to be working out for us. Coco's been getting a little bit of flack because he's not really delivered yet, so I'm going to give him a chance. I believe he is... Yes, he's right-footed, so I'm going to give him a chance out wide on the left because Alan is on a little bit of a downturn at the moment. His form's a little bit down, so I just want to be sure that we can get him back to top fighting fitness as soon as possible. I played Dummett in our last game and he lost a lot of stamina very quickly, but I will play him again. Yedlin can play left back, so he'll stay on the bench for us. I think Atsu maybe... No, I think we're going to leave it like that. Maybe we should make a few more changes. Let's bring Key into the side. He's not played very much. He can play instead of Almiron, give us a little bit more ferociousness in the middle of the park, a little bit more of ball retention. And I think that's going to do it. Do we rest Alan altogether? I'm going to regret this, but yes, I think we will. And do we... Oh, fuck it. Let's put Longstaff on the bench. He could probably do with some game time anyway. Right, that's going to do us, I think, except actually, let's put Darlow on instead of Dubravka. Okay, I think that's going to do us. Don't want to make wholesale changes. I feel like I've probably made one or two changes too many already. But we'll see. The proof is in the pudding, of course. So let's see how this particular pudding treats us. Being as it's Tottenham and me being an Arsenal fan, it will probably give me the drizzling shit. But you never know. We live to be surprised. We'd love to see another own goal, the likes of which we have yet to see after Manchester City.
Great expectation building in the lead up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead.
Right, here we go.
The forecasters for a drop or two of rain.
So straight away we're playing with the attacking fullbacks. Tottenham playing with a deep defensive line, I noticed. So we're going to have to work the ball. Oh, and straight away we've lost the ball and they are on the counter-attack, and God, aren't they just on the counter-attack. Kane takes it a little bit wide, luckily for us. Oh, good goalkeeping. Good save, goalkeeper. That could have gone in. That would have been one of those Football Manager. He certainly didn't mean that moments.
But ideally, his most success.
Get that out. Lovely. Okay, now look up, see who's available and who fit. Key wins the header, knocks it on. Can't quite get to the forward. Oh, nearly got the tackle there. Need to get onto Kane immediately because he will turn and shoot. He's a greedy bastard, and he will try to increase his goals tally at a moment's notice, even if there are better options. If you don't believe me, ask Raheem Sterling. Here we go.
Tries to get it clear.
Managed to clear it. It's going to go for another corner. Right, that's out, and the forward has got it.
Newcastle have this frantic spell of games. Fixture congestion always brings with it issues.
See if we can get in their faces, win the ball back quickly. Yes, we can. We give it straight away again. We're going to have to just calm it down a little bit. Let's just slow the ball down.
Newcastle were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same.
No need to be too frantic.
Early part of the match, Jim.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That'll do. That'll do.
Mandzukic.
Oh, he's very good on the ball, Mandzukic.
Yeah. Newcastle still without an attempt on target.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission.
Cross into the box. Are we going to get heads on? No, I don't think we are.
And he's there to hoof it away.
But we do retain possession. That's good.
And it's Dummett. Ki Sung-young. Hayden.
I tried being a little bit too cute there, and it's not paid off. Now Tottenham with the ball, they're going to hit us on the break. I think this is going to be Tottenham's game plan today, is they're going to sit deep and they're going to hit us on the break, which is not exactly what you would expect from them. Not against a team like Newcastle, but let's remember, this isn't the Newcastle that your mum and pap used to watch.
To occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
This is the revived Toonami. Lovely, nice little bit of combativeness.
Good take. Oh,
Coco! Oh, nearly.
Probably
shouldn't have taken that shot, but at least it was a good sighter for him. Lovely one-touch football there. Mandzukic just a little dummy and back heel there. Coco took the touch and then smashed it just wide of the post, but it was a good effort. I think he's going to be okay. They'll knock it long. Try and take advantage of their big bastards in midfield. Oh, they've just about managed to win that.
And here's Son Heung-min. And here's Lucas Moura.
Ooh. A little bit panicky at the moment. Oh, get on that ball. Well won.
Peter,
nice simple ball out, and Coco's got the pace to make them. Oh, I tell you what, he's bloody unlucky. He's bloody unlucky, he really is. Let's try and win that ball high up. Come on, press.
Lucas Moura. He's looked long this time.
We've got that. We've got that.
Space out wide.
That's gone out of play. Either way, that's a goal kick. Lovely. I'm just going to play this long. I'm not going to play any of that Kosovo / Arsenal out of the box bollocks. Not when they're closing us down the way they are.
Jonjo Shelvey.
Lovely.
Henriks.
No. Couldn't quite get to it, but never mind.
Newcastle have it back and they can go again. No goals as yet. Tries to dink it in.
Try something a bit different.
And it's hoisted clear.
Paid off with a corner kick.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Henriks. It is quite a run he's making here.
Another corner. That will do. That will do. Keep the pressure on them.
Another corner. Has got rid of that. Goes for goal!
Who's it? Oh, deflection nearly went in.
Nearly.
Oh my word. Oh my word. Keeping the pressure on. We've got yet another corner. Something's going to come of this eventually, I'm sure. Header, and it goes over harmlessly.
Head, but couldn't steer it in.
Corners are still very much a case of hit and hope. At least for me. I don't think it's that they're bad. I think it's more that I just haven't quite got the knack of them.
Alderweireld. Son Heung-min. Lucas Moura.
Oh, they're cutting us to pieces.
And here's Kane.
Stay on him.
It's
Well
a fine challenge, and
played.
it goes his way.
Very well played.
Kane, Eriksson with the foul.
Who's that a foul for? It's in favour of Newcastle, I believe. Key just drawing the foul from... Was that Eriksson, I think? It looked like Eriksson. Let's just play a nice simple short ball. Keep control. Keep possession.
Done it.
We're still playing that deep defensive line, but it doesn't really matter too much at the moment.
Forward it goes.
Oh...
Crunching
Oh, he's got
tackle.
away with that, hasn't he? He's got away with that sliding tackle. Normally, when you try and slide tackle somebody, you end up not being able to take possession afterwards. But there was no one in support around, and so he was able to just pop up onto his pins and get hold of that ball. Okay, so half-time, 0-0. We've definitely dominated possession-wise. We've had more shots, although none of them have been on target. I'm happy with that so far, I have to say.
At the very end,
Poco could do more, but he's still getting used to the team. He's bedding in. I think it's going to be a few games until he really beds in.
Newcastle.
Having said that, Nkunku has absolutely just bedded in, no problem whatsoever. Like that kid, it's like he's always been here.
The action has already resumed here.
Newcastle can feel really happy.
Had some lovely dribbles with him in the previous game against Crystal Palace. They were just backing off of him, and he was jinking left and right. He's got lovely close control. He's a nippy player as well, so I can see he's going to be very, very handy for us in the future. But obviously not playing today, not even on the bench. Thought I'd give some other players a go, and maybe we'll end up regretting that.
Give credit where it's due. He had a problem up top and he tweaked the system to sort it out.
Oh, is he onside? He might be onside. Oh, he was. He's not been called for it. Right, now Tottenham are going with the attacking fullbacks, and they've completely ditched their deep defensive line. So now is the time for us to go for them.
And Djukic tries to get it forward quickly.
Oh, I tell you what.
Sanchez.
Richie very nearly getting lucky with that one.
Jonjo Shelvey.
Go on, Jonjo. Cross it into the box.
Moving impossible to wrestle off the ball.
Couldn't quite get that cross right, which is a shame, because there were men in the box, and that if they'd gotten to one of them, it could have been a dangerous situation.
Rose. And it's Son Heung-min. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here.
Win it.
Eriksson!
Well done, keeper. Get hold.
Keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper really
They've
dug
gone back
out
to
his
their
defence
deep
then. A
defensive line, I
magnificent
think.
effort.
I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. There he goes, go on.
Forward.
That's it.
And
Lovely.
he's there to clear it.
Force them into a defensive header.
Jonjo Shelvey.
Well, we don't need to guess.
And the finish!
Oof.
It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
He's won that easy. I knew that was going to be one before he even got to it.
Jonjo Shelvey.
Might have to change things up in midfield in a
Ki
minute.
Sung-young.
I feel like we're not quite getting the penetration that we would want.
Newcastle to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward. 0-0 the score, and we're just about done. A deeply frustrating game. Ki Sung-young.
Ah,
Loose
nearly.
ball. Lucas Moura. Aurier drives it forward. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And it's Mandzukic.
He's done well there. He's drawn the foul beautifully.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more
Although he has
chances.
been fairly quiet today, Mandzukic, I have to say. Maybe this is a game for the slightly more physical presence of Joel Linton. We're going to go for it. And I think we're going to bring Almiron on for Key.
So here comes a substitution.
A little bit more
Two
guile
changes
behind the big
being
man,
made
and a
right
little bit
now.
more of a battering ram approach when we get to him. Let's get it out nice and wide.
Dummett.
Dummett's not really got the skills to go past the man, so we're going to have to be
Hayden.
clever with our passing. Ah, no, couldn't quite get there.
Lucas Moura. Now it's Kane. Done very well
Lovely.
to intervene. Hayden. Almiron. Played back in.
Referee. Nothing,
Newcastle
nothing
are
given.
Full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Hayden. Almiron. Ritchie.
Concentration
Oh,
levels
Hayden
are
had
very
made a
good,
run
and
into
so
the
is
box.
commitment. This
If
game
Ritchie had just
could
gotten that ball
yield
a
the
little
winner.
bit further back, he was a little bit too square.
And it's Dyer. Nicely measured
Oh,
pass.
he just couldn't. Ah.
It's there!
I tried to shake the run of the
Well,
defender
it was
to
a perfect
intercept
time
and
to
just
score. I
couldn't
think we
quite
just
manage it,
witnessed it.
and I've paid the price there. And I think that could be the telling goal. And
Finishing
I
doesn't
hate,
come
I
simpler
hate,
than
I
that.
fucking
Bang in
hate
front of
it
goal.
Kane
when
is the
that
obvious
guy
danger
gets to
man here,
celebrate.
yet
But
he's
there we go.
afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for
It's
this.
far too easy of a through ball. And I believe Konami have said that they will be patching the game to
Yeah, it's
try to
pretty
close
obvious
up
as
some
to
of
who
those
was going
gaps
to be
between the
taken off.
lines.
His energy levels began to sag, and he
Right,
was
we're going to
never
have
gonna
to
last
just
until
go
the
for it
final
now.
whistle.
Tottenham break the deadlock.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Oh, oh,
Saves the
oh, unlucky. Unlucky
Very polished.
Coco.
Makes you think,
Very
Peter,
nearly
they
his
could have been
first
doing
goal
this
for the
earlier.
Magpies.
Still, it's
Couldn't quite
encouraging.
manage it.
Oh, no, that's not
Ritchie.
the ball we wanted.
Joelinton. No, couldn't quite get on it. Unfortunate.
Wanyama. Musa Sissoko.
Come on, Coco.
Dyer.
Pressure.
Alderweireld. Wanyama. Alderweireld. That's been drilled forward.
Passing it around, taking the piss now.
Dyer. Musa Sissoko. And here's Kane.
You can't score
Driving on, he could
if you
shoot
don't have the
here.
ball, and that's our problem at the moment.
Jonjo
And we've
Shelvey
got 30 seconds to get it up the pitch.
hoists it forward.
Ref. Ah, and that's it.
That will be the
That's the
final
end of it.
act. Newcastle have fallen
Disappointing.
short on the day.
But
Gonna need to
a
bounce
decent
back
effort,
from
I think.
this.
I
Which
probably
immediately
did
reflects on what
over-rotate
we've
slightly.
Newcastle really were
But
sleepwalking in central defence.
that has
and the
kept our
alarm just
legs
never went
fresh
off.
for future matches, more winnable matches.
Just remains for me to thank
Although we
Jim
did
Beglin for
beat
joining
Tottenham
us
at
and to
their
wish you
place.
a very good day.
Always hate it when I get beaten by Tottenham. Hate it when I get beaten by anyone, but especially Tottenham. Dubravka, I'll tell you what, Dubravka didn't play today, did he? It was Darlow. Darlow did alright, I think. And look, it's a team of all six. Oh dear, Joel Linton did not do well at all, did he? 4.5 out of 10 for Joel Linton. Oh well. I'll hold my hands up and I'll admit to getting that one wrong. Arsenal, the resurgence continues. Manchester City 4-1 against West Ham. We've done that earlier in the season. It's nothing to be proud of. Wolves beating Aston Villa 3-1 there as well. And Liverpool with a fairly straightforward looking 2-0 victory at Southampton. Watford down 4-2 to Everton. Bournemouth again. Bit of a sleeper team then. Norwich have won, and look at that, Manchester United with another draw. How many draws is that for Manchester United this season? Only 6. They've lost 8 though. And we are level on points. It's the 2 United teams, obviously West Ham slightly further down the table and Sheffield right at the bottom. But the 2 United side by side, we have slightly better goal difference, which is all that's helping us at the moment. But there we go. Okay, well, that was a slightly more disappointing episode, but it just goes to show that no team is infallible, and our squad depth leaves a lot to be desired, I think. Although, in fairness, Coco will be a much better player when he's integrated into the squad a bit more, and you know, I just unfortunately, I probably did weaken us a little bit by taking Nkunku off of the subs bench completely. But there we go. Until next time. Oh, something else I should tell you about. We actually, Manchester United came in with an offer during the end of the transfer window for Alan, £75 million. We turned them down. Obviously, we also got a £15 million offer for Mandzukic. As you can see, there's a lot of interest in Mandzukic at the moment. We are not selling him. We are definitely not selling him because he's a very good player, and it would weaken us and it would strengthen the rival. And I think that's pretty much it. We've had lots of inquiries for lots of our players, but none of them are going anywhere, including Darlow actually. We had a £1.5 million inquiry from Wolves, and we turned them down flat because looking at the goalkeeper options at the moment, I'm not entirely sure I want to bring in a goalkeeper during the winter transfer window. Dubravka has been pulling up trees, keeping us in games sometimes, and I really don't want to buy a keeper. 'Cause when I do buy a keeper, it will be to become the new number 1. Dubravka will probably end up either leaving or becoming the number 2. And I don't want to do that to him until the end of this season. I think he's earned the number 1 shirt for the time being. So he's going to stay, and we're not going to buy anyone else in. So until next time, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully next time we can show you a little bit of a better result and a better performance. But until next time, thanks very much for watching. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.